This is how people backslide. I'm going to quickly share with you these things, these 5 points of people backsliding. Number one, when you are not doing what God called you to do. When you're walking in disobedience and you're waiting for yourself to be perfect. Many of you are waiting to be perfect, to be used by God. Don't wait until you have all your issues sorted out when you are supposed to be used by God. Walk in the call of God, amen, in the midst of your weakness. Pursue purpose in the midst of your pain. No matter what you're going through, even if you're fallen, get up and still do what God called you to do. Number two, you are not in the right house. You're not serving where you're supposed to serve, and you're not feeding where you're supposed to feed. Your calling is a certain diet, and sometimes you sit in a wrong house that cannot minister to you spiritually, cannot affect you spiritually, help you or grow you or build you, and then what happens is you begin to backslide. The third thing is you walk with a spirit of rebellion. You disobey God, you disobey order, you disobey the order of God within your church. Amen. You are rebellious. When I say rebellious, it's not about like the second part where you're in the wrong house. No, sometimes you know that you need to be in a certain environment, in a certain atmosphere to grow. But sometimes there's certain people that do not understand that it's not about being in a certain house only. It is just because they are in the right house, but they are rebellious. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. They are disobeying God. They are proud. They are rebellious. They gossip. They slander. So when you start breaking down people spiritually, that's one of the reasons why you backslide. Amen. You become judgmental of other men of God. You speak against them. Those are things, amen, that's causing you to backslide. It's causing you to spiritually dry out. Number four that I'm going to share with you, you become bitter. You are bitter. You are resentful. Whenever you have bitterness and unforgiveness and resentment, you are disillusioned because you think you're supposed to be somewhere, or you're supposed to get, you have this entitlement mentality, and people who feel they're entitled will become toxic. So many of you, the reason why certain things are not happening, you're not growing spiritually, is because of the fact that you have this mentality that the world evolves around you. Amen. Stop being entitled. Stop. Deal with your emotions. Your emotions is messing your relationships up. It's messing your calling up. Amen. It's doing those things. Number five, you have no devotional prayer life or time in the Word. Many of you backslide because you're not in the Word. Many of you backslide, you don't even have a prayer life. How can you speak for God when you don't even speak with Him? You're not in speaking to terms with God, but you are speaking for Him. You say you are anointed, you are appointed, you are approved, whatever the case may be, but you don't have a prayer life. It is time for you to start getting a prayer life. It's time for you to start living, amen, righteously, and start calling upon God, amen, allowing the Spirit of God to begin to flow through you and in you, amen. Just allow God to do what He does in you and through you.